Hi everyone, welcome back to Blue Piano Soaps. Ellen here, and today we are actually making pumpkin spice bath bombs. This is going to be so much fun. This is actually a kit that I purchased from Brambleberry because I wanted to try it out. It comes complete with everything you see here, and actually it comes with 15 of these. Let me pull them out for you. They're like discs that you could fill to make your bath bombs. That bag is so crinkly, it makes so much noise. They include the discs because this particular kit, they're showing you how to make them like a circle like this, and the discs, the 15 discs, have lids. We're not going to use those discs because we are, let me get that bag out of the way because it's just so crinkly, it's driving me crazy. Because we are actually going to make mini bath bombs that fit into these little mini fall Halloween cups. And I don't know if you can tell the size of them, you know, from the video, but to kind of give you perspective, they're not the big like ice cream cups that you see. These are smaller, and that works perfectly because I like to use a melon ball. Here it is. It's just a, I think maybe I paid $6.99 for it on Amazon, and it works great. It's just a melon ball, and I like to make them this size, and they fit really perfectly in these cute little cups that I ordered from Amazon. There's 48 in this package. So we're not going to use the discs that come with the kit, but we are going to use everything else, and I'm going to follow the directions on the kit because I want to see how easy it is to do, and just how easy it is if I gave that kit to someone else, how it would come out. So in the kit, they give you 1 pound of coconut oil in their boilable bag, which is great. You can boil it or you can put it in the microwave. They also give you 6 ounces of witch hazel in this nice spray bottle. This is where I'll be keeping all my witch hazel from now on. They give you a dropper, and we'll be using that later. They give you a little 0.1 ounce of polysorbate, and that is great for no rings around the tub and for making your bath bombs come out of the mold easier. And then they also gave you a little sample size of apple sage fragrance oil, and I'm not sure if we're going to use this or not. We may mix it with a little pumpkin spice because we are trying to make these, you know, be holiday-ish. They give you citric acid. It's 1 pound, and they give you 2 pounds of sodium bicarbonate because the general rule of thumb is it's always 1 part citric acid, 2 parts baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, as some people call it. So you have everything you need. They give you the instructions, which, like I said, we're going to follow. So let's get started. Okay, so when I am doing bath bombs, I like to use a big plastic bowl like this one. I got it at the dollar store. I have several of them. I like it because it's really big, and I can fit my hands in here and, you know, mix the ingredients really nicely, and once it gets icky, it was $1, I can throw it out. So I'm going to read the directions, and it says add all the baking soda. So here's the baking soda. Let's put it in, and be careful because this stuff does have a tendency to go airborne. So, you know, I don't just sort of just throw it all in. I'm a little more careful because I really don't want it to go everywhere. bath bomb making can be messy. It says, okay, add all the baking soda and the citric acid into a large mixing bowl. So here's the citric acid. Oh, by the way, another thing. You really should wear gloves. You should wear gloves when you do this for sanitary reasons, but also because citric acid likes to take nail polish off of your nails. I don't really have nails. I don't have fake nails or real nails, but it does tend to remove nail polish and just get your hands and fingers and nails icky. So wear gloves. And also, like I said, it's really sanitary as well. Okay, we added the baking soda and the citric acid in the large mixing bowl to get rid of clumps in the mixture. You can push the powder through a strainer or break them up with your fingers. Thoroughly stir the ingredients together. I just use my hands. I just kind of mix it all. When I feel a lump, I just kind of get the lump to go down just using my fingers. And believe me, you really do have to stir, because it's going to look to you like it's combined. It's not. I can still feel some lumps in here, so just kind of mix them up, break them up with your fingers, and like I said, this stuff goes airborne. So I'm just kind of breaking up the lumps. And usually what I'll do is I'll kind of start at one end of the bowl and then kind of work towards the middle, breaking up any lumps and just kind of mixing it. Mixing it, mixing it, mixing it. Yep, pretty good. No real lumps in there. Okay? Alright, then it says add 1 teaspoon of the colorant of your choice and 1 tablespoon of glitter. Okay, we're going to skip the glitter. It's just a preference of mine. I don't like to put glitter in my bath bombs. It's not that I've had any problems. It's not that I've had any complaints. It's just a personal preference of mine. Glitter is just not something I like soaking in a tub, so I don't put glitter in my bath bombs, but other people do. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of Racing Stripe. Can you see it there? Racing Stripe Orange Mica from Brambleberry. Here's the teaspoon. I'm going to go ahead and pour it in. Or tap it in, I guess I should say. And I'm going to leave this spoon handy because sometimes I find I need a little more. You don't want to overdo it on the color, because that is when you can get rings around the tub. Okay? So 1 teaspoon of the coloring of your choice and 1 tablespoon of glitter to the mixture. Stir to combine. Alright. I just want to follow their directions, because 1, I just want to see what's different from the way I make them. And then 2, I just want to see if it was someone else, you know, just picking it up for the first time. How the kit works for them. Okay, so I want a little more color in here. Not too much more, but a little more. That's why I kept the spoon out, because I kind of figured that. Again, don't overdo it. I'm going to go with about a half teaspoon more. Don't overdo it, because you don't want customers calling and saying, oh my god, I have this horrible ring in my tub and I can't get it out. Okay, so stir. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfectly orange, but I want it to be a little more orangey than peach. And this looks good. Working on those clumps. A lot of people, when they make bath bombs, they use a mask And if you are sensitive to citric acid or baking soda or just airborne things, I would really highly recommend that. If you have asthma or really bad allergies, definitely, you know, go to the dollar store. They have the hospital masks, or go to your Walgreens or CVS and get yourself some. Okay, looks good. There's a couple of little clumps here. I think we're good. Okay. Now it says, I'm going to put that aside, and it says in a small glass container add the melted coconut oil, and they want 1/4 of a cup of coconut oil, not the whole thing. If you had put the whole thing in, you would have put way too much. So 1/4 of a cup. And for the purposes of this, you don't need a scale to weigh this out. You can just use a measuring container and just go to 1/4 of a cup. So it says use the coconut oil and fragrance oil. Okay, do we want to do the apple sage? Or do we want to do the pumpkin spice? I think I want to do the pumpkin spice. Let me see. Yeah, here's my pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. Oh, here it is. Okay. They recommend 0.5 ounce. Right, so I have a little shot glass here, and this is an ounce, and they say 0.5, so they say that means halfway. Yeah, that's pretty good. They say mix the fragrance oil in with the coconut oil. I'm going to scrape it all out because I don't want to waste any of it. Okay. And put my cap back on my pumpkin spice fragrance oil, and that's from Brambleberry, by the way. It smells awesome. Because obviously I don't want that to spill. I've made that mistake, as I'm sure most of you have. And then they say to this add 12 milliliters of the polysorbate. So 12 ml. So this is 3 ml. Is it really 12 ml of polysorbate? Wow, okay. Okay, that's 2. Is this whole thing 12? No. That's 4. That's 8. And that should be 12. I guess that wasn't as much as I thought. I don't really use these droppers much for anything, so not super familiar with how much is in there, but according to the directions, we're supposed to put 12 in, and so I put 12 in. And they said stir. So we're stirring. I feel like I want to have like a nice Vincent Price movie on or something, because it's really now feeling like fall. My girls are here decorating today for me because I never have time anymore, and it just feels like I should be watching a nice good scary movie. Okay, this is stirred and well blended. And now it says, add the liquid ingredients to the dry ingredients. Use your hands to thoroughly mix them together. All right, let's do it. I'm not seeing any fizzing action, which is good because you don't want it to fizz before you're ready. Ooh, ooh, that coconut oil is still hot. I wonder, did it say? No, it didn't say to let it cool off. Just said mix. Oh, it's a nice consistency. Oh my gosh, already I'm liking it. I don't normally add coconut oil to my bath bombs, and maybe now, from now on, I will, because it's a really nice consistency. I'm liking it. So you have to get it really nice and mixed. Beautiful consistency already. I hope you can see it. Wow, this is definitely a hit. Like I said, see? Even experienced soapers learn something new every day. I have never put coconut oil in my bath bombs, and I love it. It's giving this an awesome texture. Wow. The thing that now I'm going to question, though, is I'm wondering if it will work with my melon baller, or if it's going to be too wet, too clingy. Okay, it says, check the consistency of bath bomb mixture. The ideal texture is similar to wet sand. It should hold its shape when squeezed together, which it's doing. If it's too dry, use one hand to spritz the mixture with witch hazel and the other hand to mix. Make sure to spritz different areas of the mixture and spritz the mixture at the bottom of the bowl. I don't think we need to spritz this at all. It's great. Look at that. It's holding its shape really nicely. Once you reach the right texture, begin filling each mold with bath bomb mixture. Press it firmly into each mold until full. Only fill to the inside lid or the lid will not snap closed. That's because they're using the disc. Use your fingers to smooth the back of each bath bomb. Alright, so let's give it a try. Let's see if it's going to work with my melon baller. Also, from Goodwill, I purchased a whole bunch of these old baking mini muffin tins. I think they were like $1 for 3 of them, and these were great to hold the size bath bombs that I'm doing right now. But I don't know. We're gonna see. Let's see if this works with the baller. So normally when I do mine, I take it, I overfill it, I press down on the bottom, and then oh, you can't even see that. I'm so sorry. I overfill it, the melon baller. I press down hard. I even take it here and press, and then I also smooth out the sides. And I saw, I started using a melon baller because I saw Holly Port using one, and she's like the queen of great bath bombs, and I bought her book, and I watched some of her videos. Now let's see if it works. So now you have to release one. No, look at that. It might be too wet with the melon baller. Okay everyone, so I'm back. So what's happened is I've waited a while to see if this, oops, sorry about that, to see if this batter would kind of get a little drier and maybe I could use my little melon baller. It's not happening. It's still really wet. It's a beautiful consistency, but it's just not working with the melon baller. I think it will work perfect with their discs that you can really pack the material into and then put the lid on and then it'll dry. But I don't need it for that purpose. And so what I decided to do instead, because again, I'm trying to use up these cute little cups, and I kind of experimented with different things. I filled the cup up with the mixture, and then I tried to lay a ball on top, and I just wasn't liking the way it was coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm using this other melon baller that I have, and I like the size that it's making of just a half. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill up this whole white sheet full of those halves, and then when they harden up, when they dry, I'll just put 2 in a cup, or however many I feel like I can fit in that cup, and then I'll go that route. So I will make a couple for you here, and then I'm just going to do the whole rest of the batter, and I'm not going to bore you with that. So here's the batter. I'm just taking the melon baller, I'm pushing it to the edge. I just clear off as much of the excess batter as I can, and then I just kind of take my inner palm here and just kind of really flatten it in there. Just kind of push, 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 so that it's nice and flat in there. And then I come to the white paper, I put it down, I take a knife, just kind of give it a couple taps, and it pretty much comes out. You just, there. After a couple little taps, it comes out, and they don't have to be perfect. That works perfect. When that dries, that's going to be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll do another one for you. Just take it. This is a really old melon baller, and it doesn't, I think it might even be broken. Just kind of press it all in there. Press, press, press. Use the palm of your hand, press, and then bring it to the table. Give it a few little taps, and just kind of shake it out. Okay, so I'm gonna, can you see those? Yes. So I'm gonna continue to do that, and when they're hardened up, I'm going to put them in the little cup, and I'm going to show you how I wrap them, and they're going to make really, really cute little, I think I'm going to call them, well, I don't know what I'm going to call them yet, but they look like little ice cream scoops, so I'm sure it's going to have something in the name about ice cream. But I'm going to bring you back when I get them all done and they're hardened and they're back in their cups, okay? Okay, everyone, so I went ahead and I finished making all the little ice cream scoops, and I think you can see them here. My melon baller did not work with this recipe, so that was a little bit frustrating because I like using my melon baller. I think it's easy and it's the perfect size that I like, but I will tell you that I did go ahead and I tried this recipe with, let me show you, with a regular stainless steel bath bomb set, and it came out perfect. The bath bomb that I made with it using the stainless steel, the 2 halves firmly pressed together and smushed together, it came out really, really nice. So I think that I will definitely make the same recipe again, and I will make some bigger bath bombs using the actual two bath bomb sets, And I will also continue to use this recipe to make these little scoops because they are the perfect size for little cups like this. And what I'm going to do is I will put, I'll put just a tiny little bit of crinkle paper on the bottom of the cups, and then I will go ahead and put either 1 scoop or 2 scoops, and I'll charge like $3 for them. Something just inexpensive, and again, something that's a little bit of a filler. You know, sometimes you can't just fill the entire booth with just soap. I don't know, I run out of inventory. But I think these are cute. I'll package them up with clear cellophane bags and some fall ribbon, and they'll look really cute in these cups. And I will tell you that these were the first 4 that I did, and they're already hardening up, and they're really solid. And they're really cute. So the rest of these will go ahead and harden up as well. And I think overall I love the recipe. I am not used to putting coconut oil in my bath bomb recipe. When I use the melon baller, the recipe is a little harder, and I think that's why maybe the melon baller works, but it didn't work with this particular recipe, but that's okay because I really liked it. So I'm going to give this a big thumbs up. And I will definitely use this recipe for bath bombs to come. So I'm going to append to the end of this video a couple of these nicely packaged so you can see them. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and there's lots more videos to come. I hope the lighting was really good in this one because I did get my new lighting kit, so I'm really excited about that. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.